boy pass catcher, playing with the Buccaneers this game. Yes, playing with the Buccaneers this game. So let's check out some previous game stats. I went ahead and started Jameis Winston in both weeks. I didn't play with him last week. I played against him with the Saints. But I already know this Fitzmagic stuff is only going to last. He's going to be throwing like 18, 20, anywhere from 18 to 30 interceptions. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw that boy James back in there, man. And he played the first game. And so see how James did the first game. They lost. I think we beat them. I think I had them. Let me see. Buccaneers. Let's look at what they did last week. Each respective team, Eagles and the Bucs, that is. So, yeah, they beat the Saints 25-20. I played with the Saints last week, week 1. And so wasn't able to do much. So if we look at the player stats, Jameis had a good, efficient game, 26 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Pretty good. And then Orleans Darkwood did good on the ground. He had a huge dose of carries. And then receiving the ball, Mike Evans, your boy, and Deshaun, my boy from LBC, where I'm from, had 5 catches, 81 yards, 1 touchdown. Both receivers had a touchdown. So hopefully we can continue to have that variability between the two. And so that's what we'll do. And so let's go look at them Eagles, see how they did. Let's take a look at them. Eagles, okay. Let's take a look at the Eagles. They won 17-10. They beat the Falcons last week. So let's take a look at this game. Carson Wentz, 295 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 24 of 33. Jay Ajayi did his thing. Nelson Aguilar did his thing, but they're going to get shut down today. Okay, so let's go ahead and play this game. I'm ready. I'm excited. Let's do it. Okay, so I'm about to tune out, guys. I'll pick it back up. Pick the mic back up during the post game. Thank you.
I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these Ubers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Ubers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Bigger the bag, bigger the beef, bigger the problem, bigger the be one of the all in the same. Broke at the end of the month, flow, Joe, kill mo, run it up, keep clean. Never let them touch, fits like temper tantrums. Girl, come back that up, all in the club.
This is Madden 19. I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see a healthy Carson Wentz and the world champion Philadelphia Eagles face off with Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With that, let's get you over to Raymond James Stadium for the home opener. On the call, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Philadelphia Eagles. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now Darquan. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talk to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
On 3rd down, Winston. He's got Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? The numbers for Evans a week ago: 6 catches, 83 yards, and a touchdown. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
And you can tell early, they're going to look his way quite a bit, and he made himself available on that one. Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one a lot.
And Winston lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes...
The offense set to take the field here as they have the football in the final minute of this first quarter. A first down throw for Winston. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. From the gun, Winston. Escaping the pressure right. And this one is incomplete. He was looking for Jaquiz Rodgers there. And it's 3rd and short.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. And incomplete here on third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And so the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. So out come the Bucs now. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end. Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, we're going to sell the go. Just go. Let's see who's faster.
The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Jameis now on first down. Over the middle to Evans. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Airing this one out for Evans. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And a big turnover there as his guys will... So second quarter, this offense losing and hoping to get the football in the end zone for the first time. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And down he'll go at the 25. A gain of 6 there on first.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game, and he can break big plays like that. We've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular?
Yeah, I'm still remembering a certain Giants punter not following orders, and Deshaun Jackson made that big-time return all the way back for a game winner in that one. I still remember seeing the looks of disbelief on the Giants sideline.
To the air again with Winston. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up third down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw is pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout as they stop it here with... So second quarter, this offense losing and hoping to get the football in the end zone for the first time. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chris Long in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. So a couple of field goals. We now proceed to the start of the second half. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. On the run, Darquan. And he'll get this one up to the 26. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to bring up a third down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Jameis to throw it. Complete. He finds Brate. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The Buccaneer first, Winston to Brate.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run again now with Darquan. And he's got room. And just shutting him off there. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 34 yards there and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key to left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Ready. White 25.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Flood to his right. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Mike Bennett in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Bennett, of course, a big offseason pickup for the Eagles.
And they love his versatility. He can play defensive end, defensive tackle in obvious pass situations, 9.5 sacks last season in Seattle, and the smallest shoulder pads for a man his size we've ever seen.
A 3-time Pro Bowler to boot. Third and goal, Winston. He may try. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Heck of a start to his season. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. And Brate, the tight end's got it. A gain of 6 there on first. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Evans. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A familiar ring to that one. Winston to Evans for the Buccaneer first. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Michael Bannon in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game, and a first down on that last catch as well. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though,
under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Chris Long able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Being chased out left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd down and 12. Working out of the gun, Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 34. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A very solid gain of 27. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And Boyd has it over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. On 1st and 10, Winston. Jackson's got it over the middle. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs. Here's Winston. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
One last shot now for Winston. Escaping the pressure. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only many people who believe are right here in this room, and then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Eagles, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Tampa.
They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Look at them, how to make it in America. Real day one, ain't a lot of us. Mom worked 2